did a video about tariffs the other day, and I was explaining in that video how American consumers are going to see higher prices because of said tariffs, because the American companies who import said products from the company that is tariffed are the ones who actually have to pay that import tax, that import tariff that is put on to that company. And I got a message. So the message goes like this. Sister Soldier, which that's a dog whistle racist term, by the way. You need to read a book and do some studying. All you're doing is repeating what you've heard on the rest of Trump-hating liberal channels. Now, mind you, this person has also messaged on a couple of other videos, thanks for the engagement, saying that people were getting Social Security at 200 years old. But he thinks that I'm regurgitating what I hear, and I don't read. Okay. You're so far off the mark, you can't even see it. Projection. And with 300 subscribers and no one listening, I'm not going to sit here and try and explain it. They never do. They never explain it because they can't, because they're just regurgitating what they hear. But I digress. Just do yourself a favor, get some education regarding the subject before you sound any more ignorant. Projection. I'm not going to address the whole ignorance of it all, him telling me that I need education on how tariffs work, because obviously he doesn't know how tariffs work. I'm going to address the 300 subscribers. First of all, it's like 380 something subscribers. So thank you guys for subscribing. If you would like to see more of my progressive content, I am growing this channel and I do have a goal of 1,000 subscribers. It is a very modest goal, but you know, baby steps. Another thing I would like to address is that obviously nobody is not listening. He saw it. So somebody's listening, and I don't do this so that I can get, wide recognition everywhere. I do this for that one person who might see it who didn't know what tariffs were. I do this for that one person that may see this content and hear something other than what they believe, and actually go to look into it and realize that, hey, I thought this because I was told this, and she said something differently, and maybe I should look into it a little bit more. I have a different perspective of what I thought was right. That happens to me all the time. I'll see people from big channels or small channels, and they have a different perspective than what I thought. And I had to go and look it up. And whether or not I find that those people are right or wrong, I did my own research instead of actually just believing the state media, believing the pundits. Just because you have a very small channel, and this is a very new channel as well. I only started in December. And I don't put as much emphasis on my YouTube channel as I do my TikTok channel, which is growing faster. So just because you have a small amount of followers or a small amount of subscribers does not mean that your voice is insignificant. It doesn't mean that what you're saying doesn't hold value to someone. And I don't know if they mean that to be a discouraging factor. Well, yeah, he probably does mean that to be a discouraging factor. But it has the opposite effect for me. Because if somebody can be on my comments, that means they clicked on the video. That means that they watched at least a portion of the video. Enough of the video to make this long ass comment. And just because they didn't get anything out of it, and just because they are set in their ways and their ignorance, it doesn't mean that that will be the same way for everybody else. And that is why I do this. That is why I put these videos out. Even if they get 8 views, even if they get 100 views, even if they get 20,000 views. Those views are valuable because they could be the difference in somebody's life. So for all you small channels out there, somebody coming in your comments, picking on your subscriber count, picking on your follower count, you are still making a difference. Keep going.